The U.S. Mint recently revealed the names of 5 distinguished American women who will be featured on a new series of quarters. They are poet Maya Angelou, astronaut Sally Ride, activist Nina Otero Warren, actress Anna Mae Wong, and Oklahoma's Wilma Mankiller, the first female principal chief of the Cherokee Nation. Taylor Jackson reports on the amazing legacy that led to this rare honor.
I never had met anybody that was also so involved with the community.
Widower Charlie Soap describes the woman he was married to for 24 years, Wilma Mankiller.
So she fit right in there as far as she and I working together.
Soap says she always had a passion for improving the community.
What I really liked about her was she was all about people, helping people, and I think because the way she grew up, she knew what it was like to be poor and to be helpful, and she'd been involved with organizations like the American Indian Movement and Black Panthers, and just always out there helping communities and people.
Mankiller and her family relocated to California due to the Indian Relocation Act, which caused Native American families to move out of Indian country in exchange for money. Historian Dr. Bob Blackburn says this relocation helped shape Wilma into an activist.
She learns this pan-tribal culture and looking beyond your own clan relationships. And then too, San Francisco in the 1960s was this cauldron of social unrest.
Wilma Mankiller made history in 1985 when she became the first woman elected principal chief of the Cherokee Nation. Principal Chief Chuck Hoskin Jr. says the Cherokee Nation cherishes her legacy.
Cherokee Nation had not had a female principal chief, and she is thrust into that position and then does things that no previous chief had done, and really set a standard across Indian country for leadership and really pushing the federal government to live up to commitments.
Today, Wilma Mankiller is seen as one of our pioneering Americans, not just Oklahomans, but in America.
Wilma Mankiller was involved in many projects that helped improve the way of life of the Cherokee Nation. One popular project that people still talk about today was the Bell Project. It helped bring running water to the Bell community.
She saw that there wasn't running water or sufficient running water for people in that community. She knew that was wrong. She wanted to take action.
Mankiller, along with other leaders, put together a plan to build a 16-mile water pipeline through self-help.
Once we got the water line in, the houses came up. We built new homes, remodeled homes.
This project led to Mankiller meeting her future husband, Charlie Soap.
When we got in, it took some time to really get them to believe in us or trust us to see that we were really mean what we said about bringing water to the community. He said, "You think we could do it?" I said, "It's going to be hard." She said, "You better change your way of thinking because we're going to do it." I thought, who the heck is this lady telling me?
Soap says the Bell Project was the starting point of her career.
That was due to Wilma's leadership that really came out and just inspired her to do more in the communities, and then also motivated people, and then also I think it encouraged other people to keep encouraging her to run for office.
And even though the community respected Mankiller, her transition into office was not easy. Soap describes her first meeting with the tribal leaders from other nations.
So they were all men, and they didn't have a chair for her. And she was the chief, one of the first trips she went on. And so she just said, well, I decided I was going to sit with them, and I'm going to sit with them, and I'm going to go get my own chair. So she got her own chair and moved in on them and sat there with her and engaged.
She earned a lot of respect, and I think as a woman in a leadership position in the 1980s, unfortunately, she had to climb a pretty steep hill to earn that respect, but earn it she did.
Wilma is also responsible for helping the Cherokee Nation develop what is now one of the largest healthcare systems in Indian country.
Her going to the federal government, essentially telling the government, you need to provide more resources. You need to provide those resources and get out of the way because the Cherokee people are capable of running their own healthcare system. She was around, I think she'd be very proud because she would see a health campus in Tahlequah that was growing, has a medical school, has the largest outpatient facility in the country for Native Americans.
She is part of that long line of Cherokee leaders who say we can do better if we work together, if we share resources.
Chief Hoskin Jr. says many Cherokee women were inspired by her story.
There's a lot of women that are in great leadership positions in the Cherokee Nation. Right now, half of my cabinet is female. We have females in leadership on our business side. But I think at Cherokee Nation, we are really getting back to our roots in that we revere women. We were a matrilineal society in which women had a prominent leadership role generations ago.
Soap says he's grateful the U.S. Mint chose Mankiller to be one of the 5 American women to be featured on a new series of quarters.
And getting recognition for her work, she said, I represent people, my people, but also I represent women, and I have to work twice as hard to make sure that I leave a good mark for a woman leader.
Taylor Jackson, The Oklahoma News Report.